Hi, I'm Karen Miller with GE Aviation. I'm in the product marketing group, and we're here today at Waypoint 2019 in Dallas, Texas. And here with me is our guest from Welling, Simona van Nerven. And we've got Piet Ephraim from our product management team of network operations. Simona, we are so glad to have you here today. Thank you for joining us. We would love to hear from you on your thoughts around innovation.
When I talk about innovation, for me, innovation is having your head in the clouds and keeping your feet on the ground at the same time. And in daily practice, I work in 3 horizons. So horizon 1 is the here and the now, 0 to 2 years. Horizon 2 is 2 to 5 years, and horizon 3 is the crazy stuff. What happens in 5 to 10 years.
Which is the fun stuff. That's the innovation.
Well, I also like just to solve problems of today, because that is, people are very thankful if you do that, the customers, but also the employees. So for me, the balance is really nice to do.
Excellent.
And you've known GE from its aviation engines side. What do you now find looking at GE Aviation Digital?
Yeah, I was thinking back when I was walking around here, is that in 2003 or 4 I worked at GE Engines in Cincinnati, and I was there in a Six Sigma exchange program. I was then working for KLM. And what I think right now is the foundation that has been laid in GE with Six Sigma and with Lean is where GE Digital now can really build on. So the data-driven mindset, I'm actually a little bit jealous about that. Everybody is talking about data as it's like normal, which is not so common for many companies. Yeah.
So we have the mindset of GE and using data and evidence, but when it comes to innovation, there's a human side of innovation. Tell us more about what you think on the important parts of the human element in innovation.
I think that humans are underrated. And whenever you see on TV or you hear people talking about innovation, it's all about the tech stuff and the data and the newest developments and the moonshots, the crazy stuff. But we forget the people. So every company is built by people and it's run by people. So innovation to me is also how do you take those people along and preparing them for the future. And I try to do that to involve employees, but also customers, and together develop ourselves or get ready for the future.
Well, when you talk about people and developing together, there's got to be an element of collaboration. How do you collaborate in your role at Welling?
So I position my team as the API for innovation, which means that internally I try to connect every team and everybody together. But I also try to connect the outside world to the inside world. So for me, I try to be the glue internally and externally. Innovation cannot happen by yourself, and I'm a strong believer that if you don't collaborate with others in different kind of ways, so it's not only other big companies, startups, business schools, maybe sometimes even competitors, that's the only way to stay relevant for the future.
When I remember in a conversation we had earlier, you had mentioned even that an example where you went out to the flight line and instead of doing a traditional survey or a traditional way of gathering information, you immersed yourself in the business. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, those are the most fun days for me. It was August and I decided to be a cabin attendant for a couple of days. It was the hottest day of the year. It was the busiest day of the year. Everybody was on holiday and I worked for 12 hours a day for a couple of days in a row. And just working with crew, they are also our first touch point with our customers, gave me a lot of insight in their worlds. It's kind of rocky, 12 hours a day. Especially you have customers who are complaining or doing all kind of crazy stuff. So you hear a lot of, you hear, but you also observe a lot about their struggles. So I try to push my team also to go outside, to observe, to talk, to listen, and then I try to bring that into to my portfolio, what I'm working on.
So when you find a problem, it's then have the team work on it. We hear about structured data, unstructured data. What about the unstructured team and how you might mix a team, include rebels in a team to get the innovation that may be able to find solutions to problems?
Yeah, so what I did, I think after a couple of months, I defined values for my team. For instance, we fall in love with a problem, not a solution. We go for win-win. So there's no room for egos in my team. I transformed the team a little bit by adding some people who have a service design background. So that by naturally the focus from customer perspective is added to the team. And I'm quite relentless to who I hire in my team. So if they don't fit personality wise, then I won't hire, because the skills they can learn. Personality is a little bit more different, and they need to be a little bit crazy, otherwise they cannot survive in my team. Yeah.
Simona, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so thrilled to have you as a customer and part of our GE Aviation family. Thank you.
Thanks for having me here.
It's been our honour to have you. Thanks for travelling all that way.
Thanks.